Hi, Cole. How are you? Sal Capaccio, WGR Sports Radio 550. Congratulations. Welcome to Buffalo.
Thank you. I'm doing great. Glad to get going and be a part of this thing.
All right. Tell us a little bit about the history you have with meeting with the Bills, the process leading up to this night with them particularly.
Yeah. Shoot. Started talking to them the first time at the Senior Bowl and everything. I got to meet with them a couple of times in the combine. Obviously, you meet with a good bit of teams, and then having a couple Zooms throughout the process. I was with my guy Dalton out there. I was always hoping that that would be a possibility. So super awesome when I got that call.
I'm glad you brought that up. Have you been in contact with Dalton either before this or after this? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, me and him talking a good bit. Obviously talking, him wishing me luck and everything. I think he texted me, but it's kind of a little hectic right after you get the call, trying to figure out everything. So shoot, I'm excited to talk to him over the next couple of days. Just got to get out there and see him again. It's been a while, but yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, hi, Cole. Alex Brasky with the Batavia Daily News. Welcome to Buffalo.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You step into a situation where the Bills are looking to replace two veteran safeties, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer. How much are you looking forward to that challenge, stepping in and potentially filling one of the roles left behind by those two players?
Shoot, I'm super excited. I mean, two great players, like you said. I watched, like I haven't studied them or anything, but just watching them on TV and everything. Obviously, great players. So, shoot, gonna come in. First thing I got to do is learn the playbook, and then just try to add as much value as I can, and just try to be the best I can be every day.
And during your pre-draft visits with the Bills or conversations, what makes you feel like you're a good fit for this defense?
Man, I feel like we had a good bond. Some teams, like you can kind of just tell there's not a fit. Some teams just don't seem as interested. Some teams you're not as interested into. Buffalo was always a team that I liked. And then, I mean, it seemed like they were interested in me, obviously. So being able to talk to them a good bit, their defensive schemes, they let their safeties do a lot. I think my versatility is something that, kind of separates me. So being able to go to a team that you're able to be versatile is huge. So I think I'm going to be able to excel as best as I can.
All right, thanks for your time.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Cole, Catherine Fitzgerald with the Buffalo News. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You just mentioned your versatility. Can you tell us a little more about what you think stands out about your skill set?
Yeah. So, I mean, at Utah this past year, I was playing some free, some strong. I was in the box, out as the overhang as the nickel at times. So being able to do a lot, I think I can do a lot of those different things well, covering tight ends, being able to cover Dalton Kincaid every day. My first 2 years definitely helps you get better at covering tight ends, as he's one of the better route runners out there. So he was super helpful in my growth. And I think, hopefully be able to add a lot of value.
The Bills really value versatility too. How much did they talk to you about, what they were seeing in you from that standpoint?
Yeah, a good bit. In those Zooms and everything, there's times where you'll be shown some of your plays, and then you'll have to, draw some stuff up. And, it's nice being able to have a lot of different things on film. So you're able to show me certain times playing free or strong or, in the box. So it was a big focus point, I'd say.
And then I know you and Dalton will be on different sides of the ball, obviously, but what did he tell you just about kind of like the franchise, the city, the organization that made you excited?
Yeah, he loves it out there. Fan base is awesome. Obviously, Bills Mafia is something unlike any other. Shoot, I mean, he's nothing but good things to say. So as soon as I saw that New York phone number, I was super excited.
What was just getting the call like? Like who was around you? What was your day like?
Yeah, my friends and family, so a bunch of my buddies that I grew up with, and then my parents, brother, grandparents, all those people. So being able to spend this moment with them is awesome. I'm excited to get back out there. They're waiting for me, but I'm excited to get back out there and celebrate with them. So everyone's pretty pumped up.
Awesome. Thanks, Cole.
Yes, thank you.
Cole Bishop, Mookie Hawkins, Buffalo Sports 1080. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
When did you really kind of get a pulse on that the Bills was the landing spot?
Man, I mean, you have an idea before the draft of what teams potentially like safeties, what teams you talk to the most, and what teams like you or say they like you. But you can only take that so much. There are certain teams share more information than others. So, we had an idea that they wanted a safety. My agent, he really liked the idea of me going to Buffalo, and he thought that was a good possibility. And I believed it as well. My defensive coordinator talked to him a good bit. So, once pick 6, he was getting closer, my phone was ready. I was waiting. So once that phone call came through, it was awesome.
Absolutely. And I know that you are interchangeable, very versatile, but what is your biggest skill set that you hang your hat on defensively?
Yeah. Being relentless. Our culture at Utah was called relentless, smart, nasty ball hawk. So being able to embody that as much as I can. Obviously your skill set and different things, like I think I'm really good at covering tight ends and man-to-man, but I don't think that's what really separates me. I think my relentlessness, always pursuing the ball, whether that's trying to make a tackle, trying to get it out of the air, just things like that, just trying to be relentless.
Absolutely, man. Congrats and see you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Cole, congratulations. Just had one for you. You mentioned your versatility and what you could potentially play in this defense. The Bills obviously switched things up a little bit last year, went with more of a dime look a lot. When you were talking to them about, the playbook and getting on the whiteboard with them, how much did that come up in terms of the shift to that style in their defense and how you can maybe fit into one of those 3 different roles?
Yeah, not too much. A lot of that times they're kind of trying to see what rather than talk to you about what they're going to do with you. At the end, sometimes you talk about it briefly, but a lot of it's, if you're watching my film, what's going on this play? What were you doing? Or they might install a coverage to you and, you try to regurgitate it back to them. So not a ton. I'm excited to see, what they have in store for me. Shoot, like I said, I'm excited to learn the playbook and see, where I'm going to fit, but I don't have a huge idea yet. But shoot, wherever I end up, wherever I'm playing, I'm just going to try to add as much value as possible.
I know you like to do a little bit of everything, but what's your favorite part of the game? Do you like being near the line of scrimmage? Do you like being in coverage? What would you say is your favorite thing?
My favorite thing is kind of doing a little bit of everything. If you're,
Okay.
it sounds like obviously that's what I would say, but when you're only in the box and you're not able to help out as much in coverage. If you're only in coverage, you can't show up as much in the run game. So being able to kind of do a little bit of everything, I think kind of helps safeties play as best as they can.
Awesome. Thanks, Cole. Congrats.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Cole, congrats, as everyone said. I was curious, you mentioned that you got a good feel from the Bills and it kind of stood out that the vibe was there and that kind of thing. Is there anything what was that? Was it just good conversations? What exactly was oh, this could be a good fit?
Yeah, I'd just say good conversation to an extent. Like I talked about, you can Google what teams are going to need safeties, So before I met with them at all, I knew that they were potentially going to need safeties and everything. Dalton played at Utah. He knows the culture of Utah. He said the Bills have a great culture there. So that's something I was obviously super interested in because I think that's huge for teams. And then just after meeting them, conversations went well,
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Cole, Sal Capaccio here again. One more question. Sorry. What about special teams? Can you give us an idea of, what you played on special teams and, your role in the NFL, maybe as a special teams player?
Yeah, played special teams my whole career at Utah. Freshman year, I pretty much played everything until I got, to be a starter. And then sophomore year, played a little bit of punt return, played a little bit of punt. And then this past year, I started on punt every game. So I played special teams. That's something at Utah we took very serious. That's something I take pride in. So trying to, like I talked about, adding value, and that's not just on defense. Trying to add as much value as you can is something I'm going to try to focus on.